Howdy. I thought I would do something fun today and do a tier list of BI slash visualization tools that I have used in my career. I have a couple things I'm going to kind of rate it by. Cost is the first one. Time to value, like how quickly can you go from zero to a useful dashboard, and then the shareability slash polish. Can you show it to execs and clients and it look professional? I'm going to start. I'll go left to right here. So Deep Note. Deep Note is not really a traditional BI tool. It's more of like a data science notebook tool, but I've loved using it, and they have a dashboarding feature. And since you can both write Python and SQL, and it has, traditional like filters that you can filter by and inputs, it's pretty usable, but it takes some time to get used to. And each editor seat is like $50 a month. So the cost is pretty high. The time to value, I guess it's a little slow because you need to know at least some SQL or Python, and yeah. And then shareability slash polish, it can look very polished, um, but it's relatively simple. And I've shown it to execs and clients. So I'm going to put it kind of in like the B tier. It's not amazing, but yeah, it's useful. And the next one is a BI as code tool called Evidence. I recently discovered this one. And it is very similar to, well, I guess it's not very similar to most other BI tools. Is like you write code to build your dashboard. So the can be uh, time to value could be slow, but with AI, like it can write um, code really quickly. The cost, I think it's like $30 per user, so like it's more on the expensive side. And then the shareability slash polish, it looks amazing. Wow, it just has like a really professional feel to it. So I'm gonna put that one in the um, I don't know. The time to value is kind of slow that I've found, so I'll put it in the B. Okay, so some that we all know and love, Excel. Um, like in Excel, like the visualizations and the options I've found have been amazing. You can customize it so much, um, and you can't really like say that it looks super polished within Excel. But if you put it in a presentation, the visuals can look really polished. Um, the cost, I don't know the cost, but it's relatively cheap if you're on the Microsoft suite. And you can build visuals really easily. Like the time to value is super quick. Um, so I'm going to put that in um, I put it in the A tier. Google Sheets is great. It's free. It doesn't have the same like visual options as Excel, so I don't think it looks as polished a lot of the times as like Excel can get. But it's still great, and it's free and very like easy to use. Like anyone can create visuals in Google Sheets. Like it's super easy. So I'm gonna put that in the A tier. Um, yeah. So they're almost equal in my opinion, because Google Sheets is free, Excel is a little more expensive. Like it costs something, and it I think has better visuals. Hex. So I haven't used Hex a lot, but it's similar to Deep Note, but has a more traditional uh, BI like dashboarding feature. And so yeah, I think there is like it doesn't have like a free tier, so it does cost some, and So I would say that the shareability slash polish, it does like they do look pretty polished. And the time to value is not super fast. Not everyone can build out useful dashboards quickly. Like it takes some time to understand it. And there's some costs. So I'm going to put it kind of in the in the B tier. Yeah, I think it's a B tier. Looker Studio. So Looker Studio does cost, I think, $9 per user now. Like there's some weird pricing to it, I think. But what I've found is it just doesn't look super polished. And it is kind of a headache to build out visualizations. Um, like, they have a lot of different, like, you can manage users and access really easily. But in terms of the visualizations, I think it falls short really, um, at least in the modern like Viz world. So I'm going to put it in the C. Oh wait, that's Looker Studio. I meant when I was talking about that, I meant Looker. Um, so Looker Studio, you might want to know what the difference between Looker and Looker Studio is. Like Looker was bought by Google. It was uh, and it is like a more enterprise level BI tool. Looker Studio is Google's in-house visualization tool, and they published it. It made it free for everyone to use. It works really well with all Google, um, like other Google softwares, like Google Cloud and BigQuery. And I use it all the time. Like it's my bread and butter when it comes to a dashboarding slash visualization tool because it looks good. It doesn't have like all the visualizations that you want or all the customizations that you want, but it's really easy to use and build out. So like, and it's free, like 100% free. So the cost is nothing. The time to value is pretty quick, and it does look polished. Like you can make it look polished if you spend some time in it. So I'm going to put it in the S tier. I really think it's probably the best out of the bunch. Metabase does have a free tier, but then it gets pretty costly after that, and you can't do much in the free tier. It's really just testing it out. Um, but it looks really polished. It's similar to Looker, but I would say it can be. It's about the same price, but it looks a little bit more polished. So I'm going to put it in the B tier. Power BI. So I mean, both Power BI and Tableau, they're kind of like the most known BI tools and visualization tools. And I would say that Power BI, it does cost something. It's on the Microsoft suite. So, there's no free tier for organizations, I don't think. Time to value is slower. It takes a lot more time to understand Power BI. You have to kind of learn DAX and data models. I mean, it has a lot more like power in terms of like data transformation, but yeah. And it can look very polished. Like there's a lot of features to make it look professional. So I'm going to put it in, still kind of the B tier. Um, Same with Tableau. I think Tableau, it's probably the most expensive out of the bunch, but it has literally all the features. But when you have all the features, the time to value is slower. It has probably the highest learning curve um, to building out visuals, and it's hard for non-technical people to learn it. So honestly, it's probably harder to learn than Power BI. Um, so like because of the cost, it does like I mean it looks the best. Like in terms of shareability slash polish, you can like it will look the most professional. But I'm gonna put it in the C. I don't think it's that great. to be honest. Preset is like more of a modern BI tool. It's new on the market. I've used it quite a lot. Um, it takes the best things from like Tableau and Power BI and simplifies them. So like the transformation part, you just like write SQL. It's really easy. They have great visualizations. It's based off of an open source software, and it's relatively cheap per user. It's like I think $30 per month. So I really like using it. I would put it in the A tier. And then I put like you can use Python and to build dashboards. So I added Streamlit. I just recently did this because I wanted to try out using AI to write Python and build out visualizations, and actually did a pretty good job. I It was really quick in terms of time to value. It's free, so it costs nothing unless you want to like deploy it on like Snowflake, but that's really, really cheap as well. But the Cerebrity slash polish, it's not super polished. It's hard to get it to look really nice like another BI tool. So I'm going to put it in kind of the B tier. Yeah. So would love to know y'all's thoughts. Do you think this is a fair representation of the kind of BI and data visualization space? Which ones did I miss that you use? Would love to know your thoughts. Cheers.